In your Week 5 discussion, you will be examining the similarities between universal design for learning and differentiated instruction. While these two approaches to teaching and learning are quite similar, there are some distinct differences to know. So you will be exploring those differences as well as similarities. So as always, you're going to start with step 1, which is your prepare section, and you will be reading several chapters from our text as well as additional resources to help support your understanding of these similarities and differences between UDL and differentiated instruction. You are going to have to find 2 images for this discussion. So here is a resource on how to find some free images for your discussion response. And then, as always, review the grading rubric so that you adhere to the requirements of this discussion. So the writing support for this week is on comparing and contrasting, since this is something that you will be expected to do for this discussion. So take the time to explore this great resource to help you improve your ability to compare and contrast to, in this case, UDL and differentiated instruction. Step 3 is where you'll actually do the comparing and contrasting. And so what you are going to do is first choose and post one picture that you feel represents UDL, the UDL framework. And then underneath that selected picture, you're going to explain how that picture reflects the components of UDL, and make sure that you reference the course readings to support your explanations. So I should see citations. Then you're going to choose a picture and post it that represents the differentiated instruction framework. And again, under that picture, explain how it reflects the components of differentiated instruction. And again, make sure you provide reference to the course readings to support your explanation. Then you're going to evaluate the difference between UDL and differentiated instruction by explaining at least 3 ways that they're different and 3 ways that they're similar. Again, the expectation here is to provide evidence from the course readings to support your evaluation. Then you're going to provide at least one instructional example that shows how UDL and differentiated instruction work together to support learners' needs. As you provide that explanation, be sure that you clearly identify in your example where UDL is at work and where differentiated instruction is at work to support the learner. And then finally, just end your response with at least one lingering question you still have about UDL or differentiated instruction. And then, as always, you will need to respond to at least 3 peers over 2 separate days. One of those responses has to be made by Saturday, and the other 2 can be made by Monday. 2 of those responses must adhere to these 2 bulleted items, so make sure that you are making those responses to peers based on those requirements. And a suggestion is that you copy and paste these 2 bullets into your response to your peer. That way it will help you as you organize your thoughts and making sure that you address the guided response requirement. Thank you so much.